Hey guys, Brett here, and in this video I want to share a tip to help you keep the size of your video file as low as possible. And having a small video file size is actually really important for several reasons. First of all, by having a smaller video file size, you can have videos that are longer in length. Also, you're going to save a ton of bandwidth by having your video smaller. Every time somebody watches your video, they are in essence downloading that video using up as much bandwidth as the size of the video is. Also, you're going to be doing your video viewers a favor as well, because by having a smaller video file size, you're going to be able to save them mobile bandwidth, you're going to be able to make your videos load faster and play better. Having your video file size as small as possible is just good for everybody all around. So one of the main factors on the size of your video is the resolution that you render your video in. Now, the video editor that I'm using right now is called AVS Video Editor, and what I'm about to show you doesn't necessarily pertain just to AVS Video Editor. It can pertain to any video editor that you want to use. So generally speaking, these days, most video editors are going to try to render your video in a high resolution frame rate. So looking here, I can actually see this particular video editor is trying to render the video at a default setting of 1280 by 720 pixels. Now this normally sounds great. You're like, oh cool, I'll have my video be high resolution and it will be great. It'll be better for everybody that's watching it. The thing about that is that most people who create videos and put them on their websites are going to display their video in a small box. So it's going to be in a small section of your website. Either it's going to be a pop-up or a particular part of your website, maybe inside of a post in your website. It's going to be a small portion of the screen that actually shows the video. What this means is that you're not doing the viewers any justice by having your video rendered at a high resolution, because it's only going to be displayed at a smaller resolution anyway. You're in fact wasting all that size and wasting all that bandwidth. You're requiring them to download a high resolution video that the browser is just going to display in a lower resolution anyway. So my tip for you is to render your videos in a lower resolution. And you can do this by generally going to the advanced section when you're going to render your video and picking a width and a height for your video that is more sensible for a video that's going to be embedded in a website. Now, I've actually tested a lot of different settings, and one of the best settings that I found is 640 pixels wide by 320 pixels high. This is a 16:9 resolution, and it's a resolution that's really good for embedding videos inside of websites. And if you want to, you can also further decrease your video size by changing the bit rate of your video down to 1000 or 1500. This will also make your video much smaller and save you a lot of bandwidth.